Will the House come to order? Mr. Clerk?
Aloha and good afternoon. Today's invocation will be delivered by Representative Andrew Takuya Garrett. Will the members who wish to participate please rise?
Good afternoon, friends and colleagues. Now that the representative from Nanakuli has stood, everyone please be seated. On this second day of the 2024 legislative session, I'd like to dedicate today's invocation to the survivors and families of the victims of the August 8th wildfires that changed Hawaii forever. Even though several months have passed, our hearts will forever ache for the people of Lahaina and upcountry Maui who have shown a remarkable resilience in the face of an unfathomable tragedy. As noted in the opening day speeches yesterday delivered by Speaker, Majority Leader, and Minority Leader, we all agree that we have a solemn obligation to do everything we can to accelerate the recovery and rebuilding of these communities. For today's invocation, I'll be reciting a poem called Invictus, Latin for undefeated or unconquerable, which was written in the late 19th century by William Ernest Henley. Followers and students of British literature know that Invictus is known for many themes: resilience in the face of adversity, personal empowerment, defiance against fate, and most importantly, the triumph of the human spirit. I can think of nothing more fitting that captures the indomitable spirit of the survivors of the Maui wildfires. So members, with that in mind, I present to you Invictus. Out of the night that covers me, black is the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Thank you, members.
Thank you, Representative Garrett. Item 1. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Ayu? Mr. Alcos? Ms. Amato? Ms. Bellotti? Mr. Chun? Ms. Cochran? Mr. Evslin? Mr. Ganadin? Mr. Garcia? Mr. Garrett? Mr. Gates? Mr. Hashem? Mr. Holt? Ms. Hussey Burdick? Ms. Ichiyama? Ms. Kahaloa? Ms. Capella? Mr. Kila? Ms. Kitagawa? Mr. Kobayashi? Mr. Kong? Ms. Lachika? Ms. Lamosao? Ms. Lowen? Ms. Martin? Ms. Martinez? Mr. Matayoshi? Ms. Matsumoto? Mr. Miyake? Ms. Mizuno? Ms. Morikawa? Ms. Nakamura? Mr. Nakashima?
Excuse.
Mr. Nishimoto? Mr. Onishi? Ms. Peruso? Mr. Pirik? Ms. Poepoe? Mr. Quinlan? Mr. Saiki? Mr. Sayama?
Excuse.
Ms. Souza? Mr. Takayama? Ms. Takenouchi? Mr. Tam? Mr. Tarnas? Mr. Todd? Mr. Ward? Mr. Woodson? Mr. Yamashita? Mr. Speaker.
Present.
Mr. Speaker, 49 members are present, 2 are excused.
Thank you. Item 2, reading of the journal. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, may this matter be deferred.
So ordered. Item 3, Mr. Clerk, are there any messages from the governor?
Mr. Speaker, there are none.
Item 4, Mr. Clerk, are there any Senate communications?
Mr. Speaker, there are none.
Members, introductions. Representative Tam.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the gallery today, we have our friends from the Council of State Governments West. When I call your name, will you please rise and remain standing? We have Edgar Rees, their Executive Director, and Will Keys, the CSG West Liaison. Thank you so much and welcome to the Hawaii State House of Representatives.
Representative Kahaloa.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Speaker. In the gallery today, representing chambers of commerce from across the state here for Chamber Week, I would like to recognize the organizations visiting from Hawaii Island. We have the Hawaii Island Chamber of Commerce, and representing them is Miles Yoshioka, the executive officer, and members from his board and staff, Randy Kuahara, Keith Merrick, Dennis Lin, Carla Kuhl, and hopefully no others, my apologies. And also represented from the Konokohala Chamber of Commerce, Wendy Leros, CEO and President, and other members from the staff and the board, including Jane Clement, Keller Leros, Shyla Victor, and Ashley Raymond. Welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Lowen. Thank you. Any other members? Representative Matayoshi.
Members in the gallery today, we have my committee clerk, Fahina, and one of my interns, Blake. Welcome to your House of Representatives.
With no further introductions, item 5, introductions of bills. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move that all bills laying on the clerk's desk pass first reading by title and be referred to print.
Representative Garcia.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Item 6, introductions of resolutions. Mr. Clerk, are there any resolutions of action?
Mr. Speaker, there are no resolutions for action. May all others be referred to print.
So ordered. Item 7, announcements. Members, are there any announcements? Representative Holt.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Hawaiian Caucus bills are out for vote. The vote sheets have been sent to all of the members. We have a short time frame if we could get those vote sheets back by the end of the day today, and then a reminder if we can get all those bills signed by tomorrow afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Representative Kong.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today is National Winnie the Pooh Day. So if everybody remembers, a fish in the sea, efficiency. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Kong. With no further announcements, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move that this House stand adjourned until 12 o'clock noon tomorrow.
Representative Garcia.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. The House stands adjourned until 12 noon tomorrow.